On a stormy autumn day, two ancient kingdoms clashed on the shores of Scotland in a battle that would change the course of history. Welcome to today's video, where we dive into the Battle of Largs, a crucial conflict between the kingdoms of Norway and Scotland, which not only marked the end of centuries of Viking raids, but also set the stage for Scotland's rise as a unified nation by the 13th century. The Kingdom of Norway had controlled vast stretches of Scotland's western coast, including the Hebrides and the Isle of Man. However, Scottish kings, especially Alexander II and his son, Alexander III, had long sought to reclaim these territories. King Alexander III, just a young monarch at the time, initially attempted diplomacy, hoping to purchase the islands from Norway. But after a series of failed negotiations, he realized he had no choice but to take more aggressive action. Enter Haakon, the mighty king of Norway, who saw the Scots as a growing threat to his realm. In 1263, he launched an expedition of monumental proportions, sending a fleet of thousands of vessels to the Scottish coast. As autumn set in, Haakon's fleet reached the Firth of Clyde, but things were not going as planned. The Scottish king, clever and patient, knew that the weather would soon turn against the Norwegians. Rather than rush into battle, Alexander III relied on diplomacy to stall Haakon's invasion. This bought him precious time. On the night of October 1st, a violent storm struck, scattering Norwegian ships and causing havoc on the coast. The Norwegians, already on edge, were vulnerable, and the next day, the Scots seized the opportunity. The Scottish army, led by Alexander of Dundonald, descended upon the Norwegian forces near Largs. The battle was fierce, with both sides clashing on the beach and in the surrounding hills. The key to the Scots' success was a clever trick. As the Scots advanced, the Norwegians on a nearby mound mistook the retreat of a small force as a sign of defeat and began to flee. Seeing their comrades retreat, the main Norwegian force panicked and rushed back to their ships. Though the battle itself wasn't a decisive victory for either side, the Norwegians suffered heavy losses, and their fleet was in disarray. Haakon, realizing the battle was lost, and with his fleet in ruins, withdrew to the Orkney Islands for the winter. However, fate would deal him another blow. The Norwegian king, worn down by the campaign and the harsh climate, fell ill and died in December. With Haakon's death and the failure of his campaign, Scotland emerged victorious. In 1266, the Treaty of Perth was signed, officially bringing the Hebrides and the Isle of Man under Scottish control, marking the end of Norwegian influence over Scotland's western coast. The Battle of Largs may not have been a dramatic, one-sided victory, but it had profound consequences for Scotland. It ended nearly 500 years of Viking invasions, securing Scotland's western borders and paving the way for a period of peace and prosperity under Alexander III. Today, Largs commemorates this pivotal battle with a monument and annual festivities. For the people of Scotland, the Battle of Largs symbolizes the resilience of their ancestors and the triumph of a kingdom determined to defend its sovereignty. So there you have it, the Battle of Largs, a key turning point in Scottish history that helped shape the nation we know today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Scotland's most important medieval battles, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more historical content. And if you're ever in Largs, don't forget to check out the monument and remember the brave Scots who secured their nation's future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.